out. Hello, Stampers. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It is Tuesday night at 8, so it is some stamping time for us. And I've got two fun projects for you tonight that I can't wait to share with you. We're going to use some Saleabration products, some mini catalog products, and just have a good time creating a few cards. If you're on, make sure you tell me hello, say hi, where you're watching from. I do enter everyone who comments. Hi, Corinne. Hi, Connie. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I enter everybody into a drawing for the projects that I make each week. So be sure to let us know that you're here with us. And speaking of the projects that I make each week, if you were here or not last week, we made, let's move these out of the way for a second. We made these adorable treat holders, right? This one just has some Hershey nuggets in it. And this one actually opens up like this, and it has a Ghirardelli square inside of it. So I am in love with the gnomes. Oh my goodness. As a matter of fact, stay tuned for more information, but I'm going to plan, haven't confirmed yet, but I'm planning to do bingo with my gnomies in August. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then of course, those little dancing hippos and all the fun little hippos that are in the Saleabration products are just awesome. So, hey, Cindy. So the winner of these is Betty Ling. So Betty, I don't think I saw you come on yet, but congratulations. And because of the weather in South Central Pennsylvania, it is hot here. I will not be mailing these with chocolate to you, unfortunately. I don't want you to end up with a melty chocolate mess when they arrive. But yeah, so yay. This happened over the weekend, right? Friday. Hey, Karen. Friday, our celebration for July and August, and our mini catalog for July through December opened. And I can now open the catalog and share. Look at those cute little witches for Halloween. Oh my goodness. The little animals. I love that moose. I love the look on that moose's face. It's just too cute. But it's just chock full. There's the gnomes. They're adorable. I'm a big gnome fan. As a matter of fact, there's a patriotic gnome sitting on my porch as we speak. So yeah, so lots of fabulous things. We're going to have a lot of fun stamping through this catalog together along with the items in the Saleabration catalog. I do want to emphasize for you that the Saleabration items are only while supplies last. Okay. So hi, Betty. Thank you. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. Hey, Carol. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're healing. So these are while supplies last only. They will not be restocking them. So once they're gone, they're gone. They made a point of emphasizing that with us yesterday and today. So I don't know if that means things are going faster than they anticipated, or they just want to make sure that everybody's aware and doesn't get disappointed. But if you have a favorite and you're kind of holding off placing an order in order to get those favorites, you might want to change your mind and place that order sooner rather than later. And of course, as always, if you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I would love to help you with your stamping journey. And you can always order right on my website. Here is my monthly host code, July host code. And if your order is a minimum of $30 in product or more, I have just cards that you earn. And these are card kits. You can come to an in-person class. These are the ones for June. Or if you're long distance, we do mail them. We just ask for help in paying for the postage. It's only $4 for the postage to get the 5 card kits, plus you receive a full color step-by-step PDF via email that will help you putting the cards together. And as you can see, I try to design these because I do get so many long distance folks so that you really just have to add a greeting, right? We do the die cutting. I have a friend that helps me. Actually, it's Cindy who's on here. She helps me cut and die cut and emboss and all of that. So most of them just require a greeting. I even tie the bows for you. This little guy, I had to play with the gnome. I had to throw a Christmas card in for July. And so you would have to have the gnomes or some image that you wanted to stamp on there. But that's a minimum $30 product order on my website with the monthly hostess code. Of course, you can always order more, right? All right, back to it. So the other thing I just want to mention real quick before we jump in is I do have a mini catalog paper share happening right now. You do need to hurry if you're interested in signing up for this. And Connie, thank you. I got your check today. The registrations close on, this is Thursday night. So you only have till Thursday to register for this. You will get 2 6x6 squares of each of the two-sided papers, which is pretty much all of the, what we call the designer series paper. You'll get 2 each of those for $45, $9 priority postage if you're long distance. And then you can do the specialty paper add-on where you get 1 6x6 piece of each of the single-sided. That's an additional 17 sheets, right? Yeah. And the add-on for that is $12. So all in $57, $9 postage long distance, and you walk away with 173 6x6 sheets of paper. So pretty cool. Hey, Thelma. So make sure you register for that by the 7th. I will put the link under the video for you. I will put some additional information in there, how you sign up for my newsletter to get the Freebie Fridays every week, and some information on the measurements for the projects tonight, okay? All right, so we are gonna play, as I said, with some Saleabration and some mini catalog product. And the first one that we're going to do, this was actually a card for my team meeting this past Friday. How cute is this? So we are going to play with Trees for Sale, which is in the mini catalog. And then we're also using the tree lot dies, which is a Saleabration item that you can get with a qualifying purchase. And I believe that's a $100 qualifying item. But that is just too cute. We're also using the silver and gold paper. That's a $50 qualifying purchase to earn free for Saleabration. And it's a little bit of a fun fold, but it's an easy fun fold, right? We like the easy ones. So we have a card base cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And then I just cut that off and something tells me my ruler is not here. So I will put where we cut that off at in the measurements underneath the video for you. I want to say it's either 2 1/4 or 2 1/8 that we left after the fold. Okay. And then we're going to use some evening evergreen with our cherry cobbler. And we're going to bring in some of that pretty silver paper. So this is a single-sided paper. Oh, and did I mention that you get a sampling of this paper and one of the other designer series papers from Saleabration when you get both the paper share and the add-on for free. All right, so we're going to mount that on the flap. I absolutely love this stamp set and die set. And truthfully, let me grab the dies and show you. I think I have them in the next kit. The Trees for Sale stamp set looks like that. Lots of sizes of trees, lots of layering, so you can do light and dark shades of the same color or add 2 different colors. I did soft succulent and evening evergreen on my trees. Look at all these dies. And this is a mess because I've been actively using this one and I have to get it onto a magnetic sheet because I promise you this one is not leaving my studio even after Saleabration is over. I love it that much. This has 24 dies in it. And you've got all the trees that we can layer. You'll see that on the next card. You've got some banners. You've got the Charlie Brown tree with the little cross for it to sit on, a puppy dog, some stars, some logs, bows, tree trunks and stands, wreaths. I mean, it's just chock full of fun stuff, plus our camper and our lights and our light poles. I love this. I'm not even a camper. Although the last couple of years I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. So, all right, so we're going to continue on here. And this piece is going to go on the inside, and that's just a regular 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to bring in our piece that we're going to do our stamping on. So the fun thing about this is lining up your poles and your light string, right? But I have a trick if I don't quite get it exactly where I want it. So I'm using soft suede for the poles. And I'm going to use my grid paper like I always do to try to be straight. No promises. You know, I say that all the time, right? I go right about there. Looks pretty good. And on this side, I'm going to try to do the same thing. Not too bad. Now we'll see if it fits. We got some memento that we're going to use to string our lights. Oh, look at that. It does. I eyeballed it beforehand. If it had not, like this one almost did, and I didn't even fix it before I took it to the team meeting that night. If it hadn't, you always can grab your black Stampin' Right marker, the fine tip, and you can make it work, right? You can extend that tip over. All right, so I've got a couple of blends here. See, I had the black marker ready just in case. And I was never a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout. I was a Brownie, but I was never a Girl Scout. I went to 4-H from Brownies. So I am using Dark Daffodil Delight. I'm going to use Light Soft Succulent. And then Cherry Cobbler. And this is the light Cherry Cobbler. All right, then we're going to stamp our trees. Now, most of these are die cut, but I've got one back here on this side and one in the very back on that side. So we're going to start with the soft succulent. You can do this either way. If you prefer to stamp the dark color first, you may absolutely do that. There are no rules that would say, oh, you can't possibly do that. I'm going to put this tree right here, right down at the bottom. And I think I just, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I re-inked my soft succulent and it's not very pretty. And I didn't realize that until right before I went live. We're going to do a smaller one over here. That one's going to be closer to our, yep, this one's going to do the same thing. Then we're going to bring in some Evening Evergreen. And hopefully the boughs of the Evening Evergreen will cover up some of that splotchiness. Of course, re-inking it, my difference isn't going to be as much either, right, between the two shades. And then we'll grab the smaller one. The good thing is we're going to put lots of trees in front of it. So they're very easy to line up. As you saw, that didn't take a lot of effort. And I always like it when our two-step stamps are easy to line up, right? Then I did go ahead and I cut out the other trees with the exception of one. So we'll go ahead and do that one together. We're going to layer these in here. We're going to give us a nice full tree lot. I might do some adjusting as we go to make sure we can get that big one, the big one taken care of, right? So let me grab a piece of scrap white here. And And the big tree, there he is. I'm like, what did I do with him? So we're gonna go ahead and stamp one of these and then die cut it. It's really easy to line these trees up as well. So did anybody place an order from the new book over the weekend? I know some of you did. I know some of you did. See if I can make that look any better. I have to figure that out. The shipping may be a little bit delayed because they did get hit pretty hard. And then of course, Monday was a holiday. So if you're thinking it's not coming, it's coming. It's definitely coming. It's just, I think I saw 1 to 4 days to ship. So we're going to grab our coordinating die. And then you can see how well that lines up. And I'm going to actually have the look of a variety of types of trees because I did the other ones before I re-inked my ink pad. So this one's going to be a little bit different color, but that's okay. And just like that, we have our tree. Put the die in my metal bowl so it doesn't run away from me. And we're going to start mounting our trees to our piece. 2 sides to every piece of paper. I'll be loaded my tape because it was showing red. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. So I don't think he cleaned the nose off for me. And that's okay. And we're going to move that over more. Bring that right over there. There we go. And we'll put this one right here. Then we'll put our 2 small ones on the end. How cute is this? I love these trees. They are fabulous. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that mounted onto our evening evergreen piece. And I did do the soft suede sign in advance as well. Trees for sale. We're going to put that on with some dimensionals. I've got some minis and some regular size. Did you, Carol? Good for you. Good for you. I did too. Full confession. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I needed some stuff to finish up my club projects. So I can't remember what else I might have ordered. Hello. And then we're going to pop that right there. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to put that Merry Christmas up there at the top. With cherry cobbler. Keeping our color scheme going. And that Merry Christmas comes from the returning Peaceful Deer set. That's a standalone because the punch doesn't bundle with it this year for $22. Now, to create our fun fold, we want to make sure that we're only applying adhesive to this side. You could use tear and tape here to keep yourself nice and narrow if you're worried about going over too far. I'm just going to do 2 strips of the seal. And then we're going to pull this out and we're going to add another greeting on the inside. And this comes from the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, comes from the Christmas to Remember, which is also returning this year. I like when they bring stamp sets back. Do you guys like that? Yeah, I know, Carol. Well, I've gotten into a very bad habit, and I spend the money for 2 days, especially when I know I need it for an event coming up, right? If I didn't have clubs so close, I probably wouldn't have, but here we go. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Just because it's so much fun, let's stick one more tree in here. What do you say? Put that one down here in the corner. Trying really hard not to wear the ink. And we'll add our evergreen on top of that. That's simply going to go on the inside. What I was going to say to you earlier about the die set is it really can be a standalone die set. And why do I say that? Because we have the layering trees, which you'll see on the next project, right? So each size of the tree has the layer and then the open die, like I used when we were cutting out the stamped images. So you have all of that. You've got this really cool camper with its layers. You've got your poles, you've got your lights, you've got bows and tree stands and logs and reeds. So you could make beautiful cards and never, ever use one of the stamps from Trees for Sale. But it's really nice that the two combine, because then you have the option to die cut and or stamp. So I like having the option. So there we go. What do you think? I think this one is so cute. I really like it. And I like that we just have a little bit of a surprise on the inside when they open their card. All right, so that's project number 1. We're going to stay with the same stamp set. We're going to introduce some more celebration items and some more mini catalog items. And let me show you what this one's going to look like. So this one, we're going to grab that camper, and we'll bring in a little bit of the brushed metallic paper. This is one of the silvers in that pack. Here's our layering tree, and we're doing lots of embossing. And this paper, if you don't know where that comes from, that comes out of Saleabration as well. And this is the Rings of Love paper. So this is the one that's the side that we're using. And then we have the flowers. I've used a lot of this paper. As a matter of fact, this is one of the things I had to order because I didn't have enough to finish. So we've got tree trunks, and then I think they look like poinsettias. I'm not sure if that's what they're supposed to be or not. We have the bluebirds on the branches, and then just some really pretty watercolor with some snowflakes scattered through. By the way, did you know that July is Worldwide Watercolor Month? I didn't even know there was such a thing, but there is. So we'll be doing some watercolor sometime through July as well. And again, the trees and even the houses look watercolored on this paper. And then that's such a pretty pattern. Oh my goodness, you could fussy cut that and use it, or just use it as it is. This one definitely will go with our gnomes. Look at those toadstools. How cute are they? Bright popping colors. I love that. And then we have the hybrid embossing folder with the die that will cut out the circles of wood. And I think, was that our 6? Did I hit 6? I think I did. I think I did. Maybe not. Hang on. Fingers don't want to work today. Oh, wait, I don't think we saw this one. This is a nice fall one as well, with the acorns. And then just a real pretty soft pattern on the back. Now I think we've hit our 6. So this is the Rings of Love, and it also coordinates with a bundle in the mini catalog. So don't overlook the designer paper in the Saleabration book because they are beautiful. And as I said, you will get a sampling of this one and a sampling of the gold and silver 6x6 papers when you buy both the paper share and its add-on as a freebie, as a thank you from me. All right, so let's work with this one now. We've got some shaded spruce, some mint macaron, poppy parade, and lots of little pieces that I'm going to do my best not to lose there. If I put it right there, we'll all see it, right? We're going to put it right there on that white, and then it won't disappear on us, we hope. We hope. Notice she said. We have shaded spruce as our card base, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, just scored at 4 1/4. We have some petal pink, and we have a piece of that fun Rings of Love designer series paper. So we're going to go ahead and do some mounting there. Then I have a piece of mint macaron that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This is a new embossing folder. Those embossing folders I felt did very well in the mini catalog because I did not see all of them until my third order. But this one is called Whimsical Woodland. Maybe you can see the pattern better on the picture than on the actual folder. But it's really cute, and it's all kinds of trees, right? And it is a 3D folder, but I literally just opened it this afternoon when I designed this project for us for tonight. So we're going to emboss this with the trees. Drop it down and get the tops. There we go. So I'm just going to run that through the embossing machine. Now that, because it is a 3D folder, is only going to require the platform. Okay, base 1, the folder with the fold going through at the top or on the side, but you never want to put it through in the back, that you're running the open edges through first, because if for some reason it's just a little bit off, that is not what we want to do. If it's just a little bit off, you can over time cause your crease to break, and then your pattern won't line up and you won't be able to use your embossing folder any longer. I also was very conscious of which way I wanted to put my designer series paper into the folder so that I'm sure my trees are running in a landscape pattern. And then we put our specialty plate on top of that. How cute is that? I just love that pattern. And both sides are cute. So this one has the raised outline of the trees. Okay. Hopefully that shows up on the camera. But then even on the back, look at that. That's pretty cute too. So you can decide which way you want it to go. I'm going to go with the raised side up. And then this is going to just go edge to edge and line up with the bottom edge. And mount that on our card front. And remember too, when you've embossed, and especially with the 3D embossing folders, if you are using Seal or Seal Plus, even more so, that those fibers are really broken down. We're going to want that piece later, so let's not lose that. Really broken down. So when the seal runs across that, it can in fact just grab them and tear them. So you want to do short little strokes versus longer strokes. Okay, so there's the base. We're going to build our way up. Got a piece of Poppy Parade and a piece of basic white, and we're going to do yet more embossing. This is one of the two smaller wintry folders. This is the one with the pine branches or boughs on it. We also, the partner in that particular package of mini embossing folders has snowflakes on it. Oh, Connie did that. Yeah, that's not good. I've done it too, Connie. I've had it happen too. If you catch it before it breaks the whole way, you can put like electrical tape or painter's tape, chalk tape, something like that over it to hold it in place. So same sandwich. And now I have some boughs, pine boughs on the back or on the basic way. I like texture, and this card has a lot of texture with it. Between our plaid designer series paper and then all of the goodness that we're creating with our embossing folders. So we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. I'm going to go back to that beautiful set of dies. Yeah. I see a magnetic sheet in my very near future. And we're going to grab the big detail and the open die. So the open die, we're going to just lay on the mint macaron. I use every inch of my paper, guys. And then on the shaded spruce, I actually added a piece of adhesive sheet to the back. So it will make it much easier than when I designed the card and forgot to do that and did Tombow liquid glue. So I can fit, because I'm using the large machine right now, I can fit both of these pieces on the bed of my platform at the same time and run them through at the same time. And whenever I have adhesive sheets, I do run it once or twice back and forth, just because I want to make sure that it die cuts. I also will look at it before I pull the die off. So there is our open mint macaron solid tree. No worries there, cutting that. And I will look at it, and then I will let it go right across the floor. Let me pick that back up. And if it doesn't look like it cut through the whole way, I might flip it over and run it through this way. But this one I think looks pretty good. We're going to grab or take your pick tool with the die brush on it. See if I can get some of those pieces to pop out for us. Oh yes, look at that. So if you don't have the die brush adapter for the take your pick tool, I highly recommend it. I keep it on the end that the putty would normally be on, and then I keep the pointy end here. So if I do have something that gets stuck, or I need to help get it out of the die through those little holes, I can do that. But that is completely cleaned out. And then I'll dump that into my trash every once in a while. And then the trick here is you simply have to, and I say that, simply have to, and that will make a liar out of me. But if you kind of bend the cardstock just a little bit, this is very, there we go. That paper will just peel right off. Okay. We're going to try our best to line that up on there. Maybe we'll go from the top down. There we go. And then it's already here. We don't have to mess with any Tombow liquid glue, because I don't know about you, but when I use the liquid glue, I end up with it all over my fingers, right? That's never good. Never, never good. Okay, so we have that piece. That's going to obviously go in there. I did pre-cut all of our pieces for our camper. So easy. This is Smoky Slate. And I have to grab my black memento because I left it on my design table. And we're going to just, the wheel well is very defined on here. So I'm going to do my best to color that in. And if I go up a little bit on the camper, it's okay because I'm going to be putting a layer of that brushed metallic paper, the silver. And then I'm just going to make the hitch black as well. You could do bronze. You could do any of our metallic colors in the blends. So this is going to layer on here just like this. And then this is going to go on the top. Unfortunately, I did not put adhesive sheet on the back of that paper. So we are going to use some Tombow. But instead of putting it on the metallic, which I don't know about you, but invariably I will get it on the front of the metallic paper and then it dulls the finish. I'm going to put it actually on the camper portion. And you don't need a ton. See, my finger's sticky already. So now the paper wants to stick to my finger, but I think that's pretty good. No, let's do it on here. Force of habit, right? I don't know if you're like me, but I usually do apply it to the piece that I'm going to mount. But again, because it's the metallic, I want to stay away from that. So if you don't have the brushed metallic, it's definitely worth an investment, especially at Christmas time, right? It has several tones, I'll call them, of silver in it that are really fabulous. See how that just makes it shine, just like those little campers that used to run around our roads, right? Now we're going to just take a piece of So Saffron and I'm going to mount it back here. I'm going to trim it down a little bit and then curve the top portion of it. I don't need all of this. And if I layer that behind there, then I can just follow the curve of the camper to trim it down. You guys are quiet tonight. Make sure you're saying hi if you're hopping on, because you want to be in the drawing for the projects. And again, we're just going to put some adhesive here so I don't accidentally put it on the So Saffron that it would actually be showing through the door or the window, right? And that's actually probably more than I needed. But that's okay. I'm going to let that sit there for a beat or two. And I'll grab my silicone pad to work on the rest of it then, since I got some where I didn't necessarily need it. All right, here's those cute little curtains. Oh my goodness. So cute. Again, we're going to use the Tombow. We're just going to do a little dab. A little dab will do ya. And this just snuggles in here into this opening so nice. So you don't have to worry about trying to mount it behind the top edge of the camper. It just fits in there perfectly. And there's our little camper. Isn't that adorable? And it's easy, guys. It's easy, easy. Now, I'll let you know what my club members say, because we're doing a card with the Camper and Club this month too. Let's start building this piece. You pop that right there. We want it to be seen behind the camper. Just like that. Okay. This we're going to put on with dimensionals. We need a little depth here. Does anybody have this stamp set and the Saleabration dies on your wish list? It's a really good one. And I am horrible at predicting inventory and what's going to carry over and what's not. But if I was a betting person, I would guess this might be one that sells out before the end of Celebration. I also think the hippos may sell out before the end of Celebration because they're adorable as well. We can go ahead and mount that to our card front. Bring that back in. Put that right in the center, or as close as I can get it. And then I'm going to bring in some Poppy Parade. And this Merry Wishes comes from a new set as well. It comes from Window Wishes. And that's a bundle. It has a coordinating die set. $50.25 for the bundle. That's in the mini catalog. It's got the cute little car with the wheels, a house, the candle set, trees, greenery wreath, and then some really nice greetings. And I like long greetings like that. We don't have a lot of those, but sometimes that fits your orientation a little bit better. So I like that they gave us a long greeting. Merry Wishes. I'm going to have to bring that closer to me and maybe even take off the glasses and hopefully not put my head in the camera. No promises. A little high. I got one more shot. Well, that one's a little better. We'll go with that side. And then we're going to mount that on a strip of shaded spruce to bring in the card base. Try putting my glasses back on. All right, I don't think I cut the shaded spruce quite the size I wanted to when I cut the second project, but we're going to make it work. We're going to go edge to edge like we did with the designer series paper. So we're following the same pattern. I'll just trim that off. That's going to go right there. We're going to actually put adhesive on this side, right behind the Mary. And then because we're layering it on top of something that already is a layer, we're going to tuck a mini dimensional under on that side, just so it stays flat and adhered. So it's already raised, right, on the basic white, the embossed basic white. So we're going to do this. There we go. That is our card front. And then we'll grab a greetings. A greetings? We'll grab a greeting. My goodness. From Christmas to Remember. Friends like you make the season special. We've got a few camping friends. Bring in that remaining piece of basic white. And I think we're going to do the inside of Poppy Parade as well. Maybe I've helped to change your mind and have you put it on your wish list tonight. But I love how well the mint macaron and the shaded spruce go together. I knew I needed another color to do the overlaid tree, and I couldn't figure out which green I wanted to use, but I really do like those two colors together. So there we go. There is our second card with the trees for sale and the tree lot dies that are free during celebration. What do you think? Remember, drop a comment, whether you're watching the replay or you're live with us right now. Make sure you add a comment, and then I will enter you into the drawing for the cards. I will be live Thursday morning at 10 over on my Facebook page. We're going to be playing with more mini catalog products, and we'll continue our Christmas in July theme right here on YouTube next Tuesday. So check us out, and hope you have a great evening and a good rest of your week, and maybe I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.